人々を海へ駆り立てた。
俺の財宝か？欲しけりゃくれてやる。探せ。この世の全てをそこに置いてきた。
男たちはグランドラインを目指し夢を追い続ける。世はまさに大海賊時代。
ありつけの夢をかき集め、探し物を探しに行くのさ。ワンピース。羅針盤なんて渋滞のもと、熱に浮かされ怪獣を取るのさ。誇りかぶってた宝の地図も確かめたのなら伝説じゃない。個人的な話は誰かのバンボリズムの勝手思い過ごせばいい。ありったけの夢をかき集め、探し物を探しに行くのさ。ポケットの恋、それと You wanna be my friend。 We are on the curve。 We are
Where we at, chat? What's going on, chat? I hope there's some stuff to talk about today. Hope you guys got some ideas, some content to share. There's not that much content in the spoilers today, chat, but that's all right. We are here. Welcome back. Welcome back. God bless everybody. Hope everyone's having a beautiful morning, day, wherever you guys are, chat. We got 1172 brief, but as you guys can see, oh man, there's not that much info, bro. Michelangelo, how's it going, King? Michelangelo, we need a chapter rating, bro. We need a chapter rating because there's not that much content, my boy. Looks like it's just me and you, buddy. Yo, welcome back. God bless Eli. God bless Eric. God bless Michelangelo. Hey, hopefully there's some stuff to talk about, chat, because look at the oh dude, we're looking crazy on camera right now. Dang, bro. Look at this, man. Chat. We're going full homeless mode, man. Guts, God bless, brother. How you doing? 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Oh man. Smokey. One Gwokey. Yo, these spoilers, man. Chat, there's not even anything to say. Like, there's literally nothing to even say about these spoilers. There is nothing to say. I look like young Vegapunk. What do you mean young Vegapunk? Bro, I'm trying to look like Shaka, man. I'm going to start coming on stream with a full suit and a helmet. You guys aren't going to see my face ever again. I'm going to come through on stream with the helmet on, with full suit. I'm going to come through Shaka mode. Yo, why do I look so insane right now? Dude, chat, why am I looking like this, yo? The last time I was live, I don't think I looked like this. I look insane right now. Trying to go with a smoky beard. Bro, I shaved, what, like Saturday? Oh, man, I'm looking like smoky right now, bro. Got the Yarouge beard going on, man. No way. Bro could embrace his full St. Charles Morley Weevil Jobber the Third look. That is, yo, you gotta drop this name at some point, man. I cannot be running around here with 6 names. I can't do it. That is some Mexican type of stuff right there. Wait, are we getting Rox's hair? Finally. Yo, I cannot dye my hair. Eric, do you want to be banned? Do you want to be muted, Eric? You want to be muted. Let's just get these spoilers out of the way because I literally don't even know what to say. So, let's get them out the way. We won't be very distracted. Chapter 1172, brief spoilers. Chapter 1172. This is the Elbaf that I love. Cover page request, Mr. 2, aka Bon Clay, with some swans. And you know what? We love Bon Clay. Bon Clay is a troon, but guess what? Bon Clay is one of the best characters. Bon Clay is one of the best characters. True or false? Hey, true or false? Bon Clay, one of the greatest characters in the entire narrative, in the entire plot. Bon Clay. It's mostly a recap chapter with characters and maps explaining where everyone is in Elbaf. Yarul tells everyone in Elbaf the truth about what happened on the day Harold died. He also states that Loki is not guilty. Yarul declares war on the world government, and all the giants of Elbaf agree with them. Emu/Gunko and the Knights of God, Summers and Killingham, are shown preparing to fight. The other Straw Hats, Jinbei, Nami, Robin, and Usopp, are still bound by Gunko's arrows. Jinbei says that Brook looks like he realized something and took off on his own. Brook is not shown in this panel with them. In the final panels of the chapter, Hiruden and the others arrive at the location of the giants who have fallen under the Domi Reversi spell. They know that if they get caught between those affected by Domi Reversi, they are done for. In the last panel of the chapter, after hearing this, Zoro says, "I've got a plan." No break next week. You know what saved this chapter? You guys already know. You guys already know what I'm about to say. You know what saved this chapter from being complete mid? Do you know what saved these spoilers from being complete mid? Who can tell me? Who can tell me what saved these spoilers from being complete mid? I want someone to tell me. I need someone to tell me. What saved these spoilers from being mid? There's one detail. There's one line in this. Exactly, bro. Waro, man. Exactly. Shout out to Guts, bro. The best chatter here right now. The best chatter. Guts 4439. He saved it. We got Smokey trying to hate. Can't be that Loro guy. What do you mean Loro? You're a Sanji fan? Yo, don't even start this right now, man. We just started the stream. We're gonna have these types of conversations in the first 10 minutes. Yo, I'm not taking anything from a Sanji fan. God bless Stan. I'm not hearing it from a Sanji stan. Probably your poppy having a plan. Not my poppy. Yarul declaring war is pretty cool. Yeah, so actually I was thinking about that because as we get further and further into the One Piece plot, we have to ask ourselves what is going to be the tipping point for Luffy going to war against the Celestial Dragons. The Zeitgeist says that Luffy will go to Laugh-Tale, find out the full history, and maybe Robin and co. Convince Luffy and the Straw Hats that for some reason they need to fight Emu and the world government. But now, as we get this detail in 1172, the spoilers, this adds to the conversation. This adds to the equation because now there is a reason for the Straw Hats, let alone Luffy, to have some animosity towards the world government. And I suppose someone could say, like, "Oh, well, we already know that the world government ruined Robin's life, dude." But when was that whole narrative built up? That was built back in Enies Lobby arc. Okay, well, Enies Lobby arc was, how many chapters ago was that? A little under 1,000 chapters ago. Okay, so how much did the Enies Lobby arc, with Robin's conflicts with the world government, how much did that impact on Luffy's hatred for the world government? Well, I would argue not that much. We don't really see Luffy saying like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take down Emu." That has yet to happen. We don't see Luffy saying, "Oh, I'm gonna take down the Gorosei." Luffy hasn't said that. "I'm gonna take down the world government." Luffy hasn't said anything to that effect. So while someone could argue again that the anti-world government conflict agenda somewhat brought up during the Enizabi arc, it hasn't impacted Luffy's perspective on the world government at all. So I say all that to say that maybe because of Ya Rule, you know, someone that I guess we could say is a friend of Luffy, because Ya Rule is declaring war on the world government, perhaps this will be one of the things that pushes Luffy to want to go to war against the world government. Maybe this isn't the only thing. Like, maybe Luffy's not going to say, you know, I'm going to take down the world government. I'm going to destroy the Gorosei. I'm going to destroy the wannabe UN. I'm going to take down NATO. Maybe he's not going to go that far because of Ya Rule, but maybe this could be one of those things that add to the mountain pile of reasons. Maybe at some point in the future, there will be a mountain pile of reasons. The world government ruined Robin's life. The world government controls everybody. The world government erases history. The world government manipulates people. They control the banking system. All types of things. Yo, I got an idea since we went through the chapter so quickly. Let's do a hypothetical bingo card if Oda cuts away from Elbaf. A hypothetical bingo card if Oda cuts away from Elbaf. Okay, so how is that going to work? Like, do we have 22 spots on a bingo card and we all got to throw like 22 options, or is it like a one choice thing? Like, everyone gets one guess, everyone gets one bet. Like, Smokey gets one, Guts gets one, Eli gets one, Eric gets one, really Joy Boy Furl gets one. Do we all get one guess? Who controls the government and who controls the families that control the government? Well, are you talking about the real world government or the One Piece world government? Because I think they operate the same way. I think I think the world government, is controlled by the elites, the families, the richest dynasties that have their tentacles across the planet. I don't think it's one family. I think it's multiple families. And all of these families, they think the same way. They operate the same way. They believe the same things. They all hold the same worldview. Ultimately, they're all being controlled by Satan. So in the same way that the One Piece world government is led by these different families, these different dynasties, we see how they favor, for an example, the Figurelands. All of these guys are different families colluding with each other, generally the same worldview, but they're all ultimately controlled by Satan. They're all manipulated and led on by Satan. And I think this satanic figure in One Piece is Imu. Luffy will see our crew injured. That's enough of a reason. Yo, what's good, Virgo? Luffy will see our crew injured. That's enough of a reason. I mean, I guess. But are you in like the One Piece world government attacking the crew? Like, the Gorosei injures a crewmate, so then Luffy's like, okay, you know what? We're going to war. I mean, that's not really that bad of a take, because I mean, look at Enizabi, right? They were kidnapping Robin and Luffy was declaring war on the world government. He shot the flag. But what I'm trying to get at, you know, more precisely is, you know, post Elbaf or post Enizabi, there hasn't been like this significant effort to overthrow the One Piece world government, like how we see with factions such as the Revolutionary Army. Right, it's clear like their ways of thinking about the One Piece world government is vastly different from the Straw Hats. The Straw Hats, they're more geared towards making it to Laugh Tale and finding the One Piece and whatnot. They're not really geared towards taking down the One Piece world government and taking down Emu, which, you know, me, I'm sure many of the readers, we would be led to believe that Emu will be taken down by Luffy. I guess there are people out there that think Emu will lose to Blackbeard or Emu will lose to Dragon or something like that. But I'm of the persuasion that Luffy takes down the world government. Luffy takes down Emu. So in order for that to happen, there has to be a significant growth towards a significant growth within the conflict of the Straw Hats and the world government. What would trigger that conflict? I don't know. It could be something like what Virgo is saying. Maybe the Gorosei injured Zoro or something. And then Luffy's like, oh, you're not injuring my right hand, man. We're going to war. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. I think Luffy takes the government down too. Yeah, I mean, I would say that that's the most it's the most likely approach. It's the most common sentiment, because the core of the One Piece plot is that there is a secret evil ruler that controls the planet through a worldwide political system, a superpower, right? In order for the core of the story, the core problem, which is Emu, to be taken down, wouldn't it make most sense that the main character, the protagonist of the plot, is the one to take down said villain, said core issue? I think so. The main villain of the story is generally taken down by the main character. Very rarely will you see the main villain of something taken down by not the main character. Emu is definitely the main villain of One Piece. Everything links back to Emu. The fact that the One Piece is even on an island to begin with is because Joy Boy was killed. He left his treasure behind. Well, killed by Emu, right? The reason why they're searching for the poneglyphs of this lost, mysterious history is because Emu is using the world government to hide the history, right? So you could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Emu's essentially the main villain of the plot. I think it makes most sense for the main character to take down the main villain. Now there is way too much setup. I think Elbaf is very focused. But if I had one cutaway plot line, I believe we will see Garling and his dad versus Dragon. Garling's dad. Dude, you think the history is going to go that far back? Garling and his dad? Or do you mean Shamrock and his dad? I think you meant Shamrock and his dad. Now there's way too much setup. I think Elbaf is very focused, but if I had one cutaway plot line, I believe we will see Garling and his dad versus Dragon. I think you meant Shamrock and his dad. Is that what you meant, bro? We all make typos, bro. We all make typos, man. If you meant Shamrock, I get it. Hey, I think the Shamrock Garling Shank stuff is very interesting, and I'm sure Oda's cooking some crazy stuff with that. But chat 133. Not only is this dono $133, but it's through the stream elements.
This guy brought a nuke into the building.
God bless you, L. Through the stream elements where we get the 99.9%. God bless your soul, Smokey. Thank you, brother. Can't thank you enough. For the simple fact, we get a chapter this week. Not gonna lie, guys, I feel like the 2026 is starting off slow. Also, I want to open mic soon, but don't feel obligated for today. We don't have much. Yo, chat, should we get an open mic going for this stream? Do we get an open mic stream going? Or do we do it next stream? Do we do it long summary spoilers? Do we do it chapter reaction? Do we do it just open mic stream? I want to know what the chat wants. Chat, what do you guys want? We got Big Vincent in the chat. We got Big L. We got Big Virgo. We got Big Guts. Pause. Thank you so much, Smokey. Coming through with the huge nuclear dono. Bro went nuclear. Smokey went nuclear. All right. Hey, Smokey, you didn't even say. Did you say what yours was? Smokey, did you say what yours was? If we cut away from Elbaf, what is the plot line? I feel like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not saying this, Smokey, as like a cop out. I'm not trying to be a fence sitter. Fabian, God bless you, bro. I'm not saying this as a cop out, Smokey. I'm not trying to take the easy way out. I'm not trying to be a fence sitter. I'm gonna be honest. I think if we cut away from Elbaf either now or later, I think Oda will cut away from Elbaf and show multiple things. Like, I don't think Oda will cut away from Elbaf, show us only like one specific topic, and go back to Elbaf. I think he'll show multiple things. Like, he might update us on Garp, update us on Shanks, Blackbeard, Dragon, Vivi, Sword, Boa. I think it would be something like that. Oda will go through and he'll probably pick out like a few things, you know? I don't think it'll be like one thing, which is why he suggested a bingo card. Okay, surely. Yo, Smokey, surely. God bless you, Deans. Smokey, surely if we put down 24 options, one of them will be right. Correct? If we cut away from Elbaf, it's either going to update us on Blackbeard or Shanks or Dragon or Sabo or Vivi or Big News Morgans or, did I say Garp? Or Garp. Who am I missing? Vincent, how you been, man? Vincent, you got to update us, bro. How's life, man? So instead of Elbaf, we would get why the Holy Land is on fire. Yeah, that's another one, actually. The Holy Land is on fire. But you know what? We know how Oda is. Vincent, we know how Oda is. Oda would literally wait another 647 chapters before he tells us why the Holy Land is on fire. We will get another 9 SBS volumes about penises before Oda tells us why the Holy Land is on fire. Because Oda's the best writer. I think Oda's like the best fictional writer, but then he's the worst at the same time. Does that make sense, chat? Is that a hot take? I think Oda's the greatest fictional writer, but the worst writer at the same time. H, God bless. Welcome back, man. What is that profile picture, bro? My boy. Yo, chat. H really said, Oni-chan. Bro, if you don't get that goofy profile picture off, Dragon will have a goofy looking mythical bird. No, man. I think Dragon, if he does have a devil fruit, which most people would say, oh, obviously he does. Okay, whatever. If Dragon has a devil fruit, let alone a mythical bird, mythical whatever, a Zoan, I think it's going to look like a fan fiction. I think it's going to look sick, bro. Dragon's Zoan form is going to be fanfic level, bro. I'm saying, like, he got the tats on his face. He has the wings. He's looking angry to the east. Yo, Dragon's Zoan form is going to be a fanfic moment. Like Rocks. You guys remember when we got Rocks Beck, especially when he was Domi Reversied, how those panels, those chapters just had that fanfic energy? That's what's going to happen with Dragon. When we see Dragon in his monster form, devil fruit form, whatever, it's going to be like that. Oda is the best and worst writer of all time. So true. Lucas, God bless, man. Welcome back. Robin, Toes. I really hope so. I'm still a Dragon fan. Dragon will have fire and lightning coming out of one hand and water and earth shooting out the other. Dude, you think he's going to have all 4 elements? Bro's going to have fire and lightning. He's going to have water and earth. Wait, no. You gotta change that up. He has to have fire and earth. So it's like magma, right? Magma and rocks, fire and earth, and then water and lightning. Because the water and the lightning, water is a conductor, right? Oh no. Yo, the science nerds like Eli are gonna try to clown me for this. Is water a good conductor? Look, you guys know what I mean, man. Electricity goes through water. So what Dragon would do is he would shoot like an insane water blast that would like the torque is so strong, the torque is so high, it would put a hole in your body on some ace type stuff. But then at the same time, it has electricity infused. Water conducts electricity. Here we go. We got the nerds in the chat. Look, water conducts electricity, electricity conducts water. Same difference, dude. And you're the bozo. Cold kick. Yo, welcome back, brother. God bless, man. What is that picture? Is that a girl? What is that? Looks like some girl with heels on. Go swimming in the rain next time? Dude, who's going to go swimming in the rain? That sounds like a recipe to get sick. Didn't your mom ever tell you? Like, if you're in the rain, you get sick? Bro, your parents never told you that growing up. Don't be outside in the rain. Don't play in the rain. You'll get sick. Your parents never told you that. You guess. Dude, that was like the millennial childhood. Maybe parents nowadays, they don't say that. Eli, I know you're of the younger generation. I know you're of the Gen Z. What's the youngest generation, actually? Nero. If you're in the water, you're already wet. What constitutes something as being wet? Like, if I pour water on a napkin, is the napkin wet? Or like if it soaks up the water, is it wet? Or like if I pour water on a napkin that doesn't absorb the water and you see the water bubbles on top of the napkin, is the napkin still wet? What is the standard of wetness? I'm your age. Here we go again, man. Thank God. Okay, Smokey. Having moisture dripping is wet. Gen Alpha. Alpha. With cold water. Yo, Smokey, man. Smokey's, what do you call them? The intrusive thoughts 1, basically. I see this chapter as the 3rd break week. Yo, King J, you are a bozo. You are an L mod, L admin, badman. You're creditless. Mihawk over Shanks. Zoro over Sanji. Zoro would never wear Doflamingo glasses. Take them off. You need psychiatry with your Robin addiction. You're a bot. You're a drone. And you're a goy. That's the worst out of everything. Wing Wei. I'm going to have to ask my girl about that. All right, dude. You know, yo, this energy, I'm going to have to ask my girl about that. You know what kind of energy that just gave, bro? Yeah, man, you're asking me if a Ferrari can take that type of gasoline? Well, let me go outside and check my Lambo, dude. That's the energy you have with that comment, man. Yo, you're asking me if mansions normally have 6 bathrooms? Hold on, bro. Let me go check, man. Let me go check outside the hallway really quick. What's it like being a millionaire? Just ask me, dude. I would know. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'll accept if Smokey says that Robin isn't sexy. Okay, Smokey would never say that, though. You, Smokey, and Eli are the same. I like how he went after King J. Nah, it's reverse psychology. Smokey, I'm on you, boy. You are a Sanji fan. That instantly makes you a loser. If you have Sanji over Zoro, you by definition are I can't say that word on stream. You are a rainbow man. I'm joking, chat. Who here has thin skin? Can we get a check? Can we get a check? Let's get a checkup. Who here has thin skin? I want to know. Who here has thin skin? To everyone who has thin skin, chat, I give you guys permission. Bully everyone who has thin skin until they leave. Robin's apes together strong? I don't even want to know what that means, dude. Is that some new slang? Zoro over Sanji 100%? Real one. Yo, see? Yo, really, Joy Boy, for real? See, this is why I respect you as a man. This is why you get all the girls. This is why. Yo, really, Joy Boy, for real? Thank you for letting me sleep in your 14-bedroom mansion, dude. I really appreciate that. And you giving me $100,000 for lunch. You're the greatest friend. Anyone listening to this, I want you to know, really, Joy Boy, for real, he was there for me at my lowest. He gave me over $10,000 when I needed lunch money. He let me borrow his 7 different Rolls Royces. He's a real friend. I'm not, bro. You know that? I'm not, though. You know I won't say that. Robin over Nami? Who would put Nami over Robin? Who here likes brain dead women? That's a real question. Is that evil on his profile pic? Dude, what? No, that's not me. Bro, that looks like Yeet, man. Is that Yeet? Nice Planet of the Apes reference. Imagine not. Oh my gosh. Yo, King J, King J, you have mental illness. You have mental illness. Seek therapy, you nasty, disgusting loser of a psycho. I'm just kidding. For anyone that tunes in, I'm just kidding. Yeet. Yo, I'm about to yeet you out of the chat, boy. King J agenda knows no shame. Hey, I support the King J agenda. I will die defending King J. If someone ever disrespects King J, they are basically disrespecting me. Me for real. I don't mind. I could care less. Yo, this man L woke up on the wrong side of the wrong side of the bed, chat. Oh no. Yo, chat, we got to cheer up L. How do we cheer up L, chat? How do we cheer him up? Should we give him a Corona? Chat, we got to cheer up L. Come on, man. This song already was turned, but here's a bell. This dude's profile picture really is Yeet, chat. Show respect to the family. Wait, what family? Oda said he likes Nami more than everyone except Zoro and Luffy. That means he has Nami over Robin. That's why Oda shouldn't be taking as a credible source of information. Did Oda actually say that? Bozo. How is the most creditless person in the One Piece fandom the author of One Piece? The author of the fandom, the creator of the fandom, is the most creditless person of the fandom. Can you explain that to me? Dude, I'm done with Oda, man. Yo, actually, there's a conspiracy, chat. I'm not going to say who told me this, but chat, there's a One Piece conspiracy. I'm not going to say who told me it. I'm not going to say it. Bro, chat, I saw this One Piece conspiracy. Okay, actually, you guys can't hear this, dude, because this is a wild. Actually, forget I even brought this up because, dude, this would ruin the One Piece fan base if people figured out that this was true. If people figured out that this is true, this would ruin the One Piece fan base. There would be so much drama. Wait, what the hell just happened? There'd be so much drama. People would be so confused. People would be angry. Forget I even brought it up, guys. Does this chapter have anything to discuss? Oda coping Toei for once with a recap. No. There's nothing to discuss. Jordan, God bless you, bro. But there's nothing, man. Yeah, I just woke up, got late to work. Bro, I'm telling you, those Modelos, those Coronas, those Jaritos, they're catching up to you, my boy. Those enchiladas, quesadillas, that menudo, bro. All of that's catching up to you, bro. Is the theory that Oda is dead and that's why we... Bro! Dude. King J, I'm not even joking. You're 99% correct. Bro, what? I'm not even joking. Like, all jokes aside, King J, all jokes aside, yo, listen, the streets are saying that Oda passed away. The reason why they can't let the masses know that Oda passed away is because everyone would stop reading One Piece. No one would want to read One Piece if it wasn't Oda writing it. So they're not letting the masses know that Oda passed because, again, that would ruin the sales. And hey, this is just a conspiracy that I saw. This is just a conspiracy that I heard. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying this is false. I'm just sharing a conspiracy that I heard. Look, we never see Oda's face. We don't really hear his audio. Even if a person goes and talks to the One Piece live action actors and they claim they're Oda, how do we really know that's Oda? How do we know for sure that's Oda? Huh? How do we not know they didn't just grab some random Japanese guy? Because no one knows what Oda looks like, right? Think about it. If they could clone Kodak Black, they could clone Kanye West, MK Ultra Kanye West. Dude, how do we know Oda is even alive or if he's been cloned or not? That's my point, chat. So now every time we get a bozo chapter, every time the content is mid, it's because Oda's not even the one writing the story anymore. So now whenever people say, oh, well, Oda fell off, bro. Oda fell off, man. What happened, bro? One Piece used to be so much better, man. Oda fell off, bro. Yeah, it's not even Oda writing anymore. It's not even Oda writing. What do you think, chat? Is this a true conspiracy? You want to do the bingo card or save the chat for another day when we got more? Let me think about it some more. Even the art style changed, story pattern, gag patterns, character preference changed. Why else would he cover his face with a fish image as if the internet isn't already filled with his face? Bro, you know why? Because it's not him, dude. And again, chat, I'm not trying to get in any legal troubles. This is just a conspiracy that I heard. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false. It's just a conspiracy. They're saying that Oda he's not even breathing anymore, dude. Oda's not even breathing. He has no heartbeat. The reason why One Piece is mid is because Oda's not with us anymore. He's in a better place. This is what the conspiracy says. He's in a better place. And yeah. Does that mean Oda's frozen somewhere in Japan, like Walt Disney? I mean, why would they freeze Oda, though? If they get random bozos to write One Piece, it'll never be as good as Oda's writing. So why not just keep him alive? Why freeze him? You think they froze Oda so that in the future, when the technology's better, they can revive him? You think they're going to... Bro, what if they Domi Reverse Oda? Yo, they're going to Domi Reverse Oda, man. They're going to... Yo, we gotta hit Oda with the perpetual youth surgery, man. Someone get that open to me and sack themselves. They need to sacrifice themselves for Oda. Wano's Act 3 was written by... Then what? Oda came back for Egghead? What happened? Somebody call Oda's wife. We better let her know. No, she's in on it too, man. You don't think she's in on it? Bro, the wife is always in on it. Whenever there's like a rich, powerful, clouded up man and there's some funny stuff going on, bro, the wife knows. You don't think Trump's wife knows what Trump has done? You don't think Ghislaine Maxwell knows about what Epstein has done? Am I allowed to say that name on YouTube? You don't think these women know what their husbands were up to? Come on, man. You don't think Michelle Obama knew what Obama was up to? Maybe that's why they talked about the frozen Galila giants. Oh, they were hinting that Oda was frozen. Dude, no. This is the best One Piece theory of all time. Because this One Piece theory isn't even about One Piece. It's about Oda. Yo, chat, to everyone who's asked me, where you been, bro? You don't post theories. You don't post theories. Yo, our theories have ascended One Piece. We don't even make theories about One Piece anymore. We make theories about Oda. Get with the times, dude. We got all these guys running around. Yo, bro, did you check out my Blackbeard theory? Yo, bro, did you see my dragon theory, dude? Yo, did you see my Oda theory? How about that? Did you see my Oda theory? You want to come over? Yo, bro, I got a theory, man. I got a theory, bro. Akainu, he's based on this one Japanese yokai from 6,000 years ago. No, how about this? Oda is frozen like Walt Disney. How about that, buddy? You think real life Emu is holding Oda in the freezer? Yes, bro. They got him, bro. Yo, you know who got Oda. Chat, you know who got Oda. He wasn't pushing their agenda. They got him, bro. Oda got the call. Yo, Oda got the call. And he said, nah, bro, I'm going to keep exposing you guys, man. Chat, you guys know who I'm talking about. Oda got the call. You can't keep putting stuff in your... Hey, I know it's just an anime. It's just a manga. But you cannot do that. Bro, you're getting real close. Come on, you're getting real close. You're making the logo a star, really? You're giving all the villains with all the connections to the elites and the banks, the big noses. You can't do that. You better stop. You better stop immediately. Oda didn't stop, chat. Very next chapter, he drew Saturn with a fat nose. Oda kept going and going. I think they got Oda, chat. They got him, bro. They got him. Now he's being held in a freezer, dude. Yeah, you guys remember that photo of Emu? You guys remember like a month or two ago? There was like the picture of the Emu plushie on the chair. That was the hint, chat. Oda's not the one in the seat anymore. It's been hijacked. Come on, man. Oda takes picture of Emu plushie. Chat, read in between the lines, dude. You guys remember this look? Read in between the lines, chat. Read in between the lines. Oda's not the one writing the story anymore. He got caught, dude. He got caught. They got tired of him. He was getting a little too close, man. Oda flew too close to the sun. You guys remember how during the Egghead Island arc, we had all that stuff about Vegapunk, and he was on the microphone talking to the whole world, and he was saying how people flew too close to the sun or whatever. Icarus. Oda flew too close to the sun. He was putting some stuff in that manga that shouldn't have been there. A certain group of people got all this money. They got all this power. They like to silence people, and they hate God. They hate the Messiah. They hate him. They want to silence you if you stand up for the Messiah. And ironically, these are the same people who claim that they're God's people. Crazy, chat. This is insane, man. You guys need to use your mind, bro. Open up your mind. Look, Oda is not the one writing One Piece anymore. He got caught. He had to fled to Argentina like another legend I know about. Man, chat. What do you guys rate this conspiracy? What do you guys rate this conspiracy? I need some ratings in the chat. I need some ratings in the chat. I need some ratings in the chat. They got Oda, chat. Now we're never gonna know what the One Piece actually is. They're gonna make the One Piece something so stupid. It's not gonna be Oda's idea, bro. Oda probably didn't even write down what the One Piece is anywhere. He probably never wrote it down. He probably never even said it out loud. So now that they hijacked One Piece and they say what the One Piece is, they detail what it is at some point in the future, it's not going to be what Oda's original plan was. Bro, the One Piece was probably like the Talmud or something, and it's meant to like red pill the masses. That's what the One Piece probably is. The One Piece is the Talmud, okay? Oda or Luffy would show the Talmud to the world so that the world can see how these people actually think, what their worldview is. And then there's a revolt. Stop this fraud live streaming. Yo, what's up, Skibidi Toilet Fan 04-U7B? What conspiracy theories do you believe? Bro, I haven't been looking into the conspiracies in a while, bro. I think a lot of the conspiracies that I believe, I don't even think of them as conspiracies. Like, for an example, 7-Eleven was an inside job. The White House / U.S. government is ran and led by grapists, and PDF files. What else? I don't know, dude. It's a good question, though. Y'all know Oda's studio and desk where he draws stuff. Emu unfreezes him every 2 weeks and forces him to write. Julestial. I didn't mean to read that one. Hey, yo, Smokey with the 5. Let's go. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Oda betrayed the 20 kings like Nefertari D. Lily and paid the price. They caught him, bro. They really got my boy, man. Oda was exposing them. You guys know who I'm talking about. You guys know, man. You guys know Oda was exposing them. He got the call. Oda said, first of all, I've been writing One Piece. I've been writing this manga for multiple decades of my life. I'm not changing the plot for you. Second of all, it's true. Hey, celestial dragons, they're based off you guys. Guess what? Some of the people reading my storyline, some of the people reading my manga caught on early. They knew who the celestial dragons were based on. When those YouTubers started pointing that out, hey, man, the celestial dragons are blanks. Other people started to catch on. Now it's mainstream. If you compare the celestial dragons to the jays, the blue jays, we're talking about birds. You know the blue jays. If you compare the celestial dragons to the jays, it's literally mainstream now. I remember year and a half ago, if you tried to do that, oh no, there's no way, dude. A year and a half ago, if you try to compare the celestial dragons to the jays, we're talking about blue jays, guys, the birds. If you compare the celestial dragons to the jays, you were silenced, dude. That no one was letting that fly. Now in 2026, the conversation's different, dude. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. God bless you, Smokey. Yo, long live Oda, man. Is it long live Oda if he's frozen? Because like he's gone, but he's not gone, you know? If Oda's frozen in a chamber, should we be saying long live Oda? He must have died right before Wano. Someone was telling me about the reptilians, but they showed me a picture of a dried up stingray. Yo, Life Bear, welcome back. God bless, bro. Chapter sounds like 1 out of 10. I remember your video on adrenochrome. Yo, adrenochrome's insane. I don't even think that's a conspiracy. I'm pretty sure that's just straight up real. Maybe certain aspects of adrenochrome is accentuated, but I suppose it depends on who it is you're talking to. You know, like you ask 10 people about that chemical, I'd imagine you'd get, I mean, similar but differing answers. Maybe some people will say it has effects of A, B, and C. Maybe some people say it has effects of B, C, D, E. Maybe some people say it's C, D, E, F, G. You know, there might be overlap. I don't know. Yo, shout out to my boy Miles, man. Where's Miles at? Miles is a legend, bro. Shout out to Miles. Adrenaline chrome. Do you think the goons made Oda split himself into different sects like Stella? No. I think okay, so Oda is one of the goons. You got to think. To be a non-celestial dragon is to be a goon, right? So I'm pretty sure Oda's not a celestial. So I don't think the goons, technically Oda's team, would make himself split up. I think that would be a job for the Celestials. Does that make sense? I think they would want to divide him. Because no one man should have all that power. Bro, I'm not crazy, but didn't I think Kylie Jenner saying a creepy joke about eating blank? Dude, what? That is an insane joke. An insane comment, at least. Hey, if you think a joke like that is bad, never look up Chrissy Teigen tweets. Bro, if you want to see, okay, let me say it flat out for you, Guts, and the audience. I'm gonna just say this as clear and blunt as possible. If you are curious on what is the most obscene, evil, disgusting, and demented things a famous person in human history has ever said, look up Chrissy Teigen's old tweets. You could probably go on Google and type that in. Chrissy Teigen old tweets or Chrissy Teigen deleted tweets. Those are the most demented, disgusting, evil, insane comments a famous person has ever made in the history of planet Earth. I'm telling you, what you will read, I don't think anything worse has ever been uttered in human history. In chat, human history is pretty long, right? Oda said that if he eats a fruit, it'll be Robin's fruit so that he can do multiple tasks at once. I know that one of those hands are for doing something nasty, but I just can't. Dude, King J, get your mind out the gutter, man. Yo, King J, can me in the chat try to like brainwash you? Like clean your brain? Is it possible? Or are you beyond the point of return? Are you like at the point of no return? Serious question, King J. Can we like scrub your brain so that you're like a normal person? Or is that not really possible? Chrissy Teigen, that's a deep cut. Fun fact, she's married to John Lennon. Chrissy Teigen is the most abhorrent female creature on earth who had to delete 60,000 tweets. Oda's a proven perv. Thought it was a guy? No, it's a girl. Evil 323, strongest 2-year gap man. What does that mean? Strongest 2-year gap, man. Devil fruit desk no me model. Look yourself. I can't defend that one, King J. John Legend. Yo, Donnie, welcome back, brother. God bless. Donnie Dawson. Lend me your energy, O'Hara. This is 2 years of time skip. I uploaded my last video. Bro, I'm not crazy, but didn't... Okay, I read that one. Yo, where's my boy Miles at? Yo, Eli, you got to hit up Miles. Tell that man Miles we miss him. You got to just DM him out the blue. Be like, I miss you, big bro. That's what you got to do. You got to hit him with the, I miss you, big bro. That man Miles is hilarious. What's Zoro's plan? When was the last time Zoro had a good plan? Listen, Zoro is the king of One Piece. Zoro has never had a bad plan. In fact, when the crew was falling apart during Water 7, it was Zoro that held down the crew. It wasn't Chopper. It wasn't Nami. It wasn't even Robin. It wasn't Frankie. It wasn't Usopp. It was Zoro. Zoro was holding down the crew. What was Sanji doing, huh? Was he holding down the crew? Sanji can never be a good captain, dude. He would be captured by the Kuja pirates within 1 week. His crew would lose the captain. He wouldn't even be able to focus. Bro would not care about the One Piece. He'd be trying to find a woman the whole time because he's down bad. Or it's all an act. Everything Sanji does for the women is an act, bro. He's overcompensating. You know what I mean, chat? Sanji is overcompensating with this simp stuff, bro. He's trying too hard. It's because he has to cover something up. Hey, especially after the time skip. Because we all know how Sanji spent his time skip. We know how Sanji spent that time skip. He gave in. Hey, that's my take. I think during the time skip, Sanji gave in. I think he thought to himself, you know what? You wouldn't know until you try. That's what Sanji did during that time skip, man. Sanji said, well, you don't really know unless you try. It doesn't hurt to try it once. Hey, I'm going to try just one time and see if it's for me. That's what Sanji was saying during the time skip. Ain't that right, King J? Just one time, man. You know, it's just one time, you know, to see if it's for me or not. I got to try, you know. Maybe it's for me. Maybe it's not. Now, Sanji, he fell so deep into it that he has to overcompensate. Oh, woman. Oh, my gosh, woman. Oh, woman. Maybe if I pretend that I like women so much, they'll never guess my true intentions. I'm telling you, Sanji's overcompensating. And all of his fans, they want to take out their anger. They want to cope by bashing Zoro fans. They want to bash Zoro. They want to bash the right-hand man. They want to bash Zoro, the right-hand man. While Sanji during the time skip was using his right hand on a man. Okay? There's a difference. Zoro's the right-hand man. Sanji used his right hand on a man. Okay? Right on that time skip island, Kamabaka Queendom. Bro, how do you feel when someone sends you to an island full of sausage? Don't blame my boy Sanji for having trauma. No. That's the crux. I'm saying that Sanji, he gave in, bro. I think Sanji had a great time. If I had to make a guess, I think Sanji had the most fun during his time skip. Like out of all the Straw Hats, Sanji had the most fun during the time skip. You know what? You know what? F Sanji. Today don't have the energy to defend. Zoro King. Let's go. Yo, L, my respect for you has quadrupled, bro. L, you know what? Now that I think about it, L, you have the perfect beard. You have like the perfect face. You got hella money. All the girls want you. You're successful. You're young. You're shredded. You're hilarious. You're the best theorist, best mod. Yo, L, now that I think about it, you are a perfect human. Check DMs and play that on stream. Oh no. Hold on. I gotta check DMs off screen because King J, you're kind of a wild boy. Eddie D Brown Nose? What do you mean brown nose? What does that mean? Brown nose. Okay, in the spoilers, it said that Zoro has a plan. Now watch this. Okay, chat. Zoro has a plan. We're gonna watch this.
Hey, Granny!
Yeah, what is it?
There's been a change of plans. I need you to give me as much speed as you got, okay?
Roger.
Hey, Musper Brains, what's going on out here?
They closed the main gate.
Hey, what? This is bad. We're gonna crash.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Run and fuck it all!
I've got a plan. Don't worry.
Oh, let's go!
Hey, Brom, see pins? Smash!
Bro, this is such an amazing arc. Let's go.
That sea train is flying!
Oh, it's like, yo, that's like Nika.
Trust me, you idiot! I've got enough problems right now! Zoro, you better not long and hard about how you're gonna land this thing!
Of course I have. We fall.
Yo, see, Zoro's just best straw hat. Yo, you guys want to see the sea train going through the sky like Nika? Yo, this is the Nika. This is Nika in train form right here. Right through the sky. Yo, Zoro has all the plans, man. I mean, what do you expect from the right-hand man of the soon-to-be Pirate King? You know, are we really surprised? Young Woki with the 10. Thank you, brother. God bless, man. Tell that Timu Jack Black mod I said cheer the heck up. It can't be that bad. Go crack a beard. You will be aight. Yo, Smokey, you're not going to talk to L like that, man. L just joined the pro Zoro agenda. L joined the Zoro train. I'm not going to let you disrespect Timu Jack Black like that. I'm not going to let you disrespect Jack Brown. We got Jack Black at home. Jack Black at home. Smokey, you gotta withdraw that statement. You gotta withdraw that statement. L, his mood, his energy, I think L's way of thinking is now improving. I think L is going to basically succeed as a human being now that he gave in and realizes that Zoro's better. Yo, chat, can someone screenshot that comment, by the way? We need someone to screenshot L's comment before he deletes it. Right here. Screenshot this comment from L, man. Screenshot this. Save this. Because this is going to be the one comment. This is going to be the day that L turns a new leaf. He starts making more money. He gets some girls. He gets a good girl. I don't know, man. He starts putting on muscle. He wins the lotto. He starts getting them One Piece theories right. Everything will go and fall in place for L. He said he's been sick lately. Watch. Now that he's realizing again that Zoro is above Sanji, he's going to get healthy. He's going to fight off all the illnesses and bacteria. He's going to become a superhuman. L is going to become the Mexican Superman. He's going to become the Mexican Superman with the beard, the mustache, the corona. Oda knew creating a fool character will attract other fools. Oda, the Zoro fan. Yo, you are a bozo. You don't even deserve to breathe in the same chat that we do. You should go ahead, go to your YouTube Google settings and delete your account. Click yes, you confirm. And after that, click yes, you are sure. Get rid of your Google account. Go uninstall your destroy, break your cell phone contract so you have no cell phone. Go destroy your cell phone by throwing it in a lake. I want you to destroy and get rid of all forms of internet. I want you to get banned from every library within a 400-mile radius. I want you to never access the internet ever again. How about that? Shout out to Young Smokey with the 20 bomb, with the little cool little 20 grenade. I screenshotted when Evo finally signed the apology form. Also feel better. Feel better, L. See? He's sending you his wishes, L. He's sending you his wishes. He wants you to feel better. What a real one. Shout out to Smokey, the one and only young smoker. Did I miss anything? Was gone for 10 minutes. Yo, you missed Zoro's plan. Hold on. Can I put it in the chat? Hey, Guts, if I put a YouTube link in the chat, can you go to the link? Shout out to King J. He sent us a YouTube short. It's a YouTube short of Zoro. It's called Zoro's Got a Plan. And it's gonna show you how Zoro always has great plans. Because the end of these spoilers, 1172, says that Zoro's got a plan, right? He's got a plan. Zoro always felt like compensating something with his 3 swords, if you get what I mean.
Oh my god, bro.
You thought you cooked on that one, huh? You thought that was funny, Life Bear. You actually thought like, haha, the chat's gonna laugh at this one. If I clown Zoro, the chat's gonna laugh. No. King J is starting to cook clips. Instant fall. Wait, that's King J's account? That is not King J's account, dude. No way. Yo, King J is cooking clips, really? Yo, the latest clip has 1.4 million views. Bro, this account is getting millions of views. And it only has 9K subscribers. See, that's the problem with doing YouTube shorts. You could literally get millions of views, thousands upon thousands of likes. Hardly any of them want to subscribe. I think the conversion rate is really small for some reason. Shout out to Young Smokey, guys. The one and only one Wokey. Timu Jack Black. That's wrong, man. That's wrong. A true swordsman needs only a black sword like Mihawk, even if you have to paint it. Okay, you guys are still going on with this crap. That's what it is. Mihawk painted his sword. Mihawk painted his sword. Okay, so the world's strongest swordsman painted his sword, and Mihawk is a swordsman, or Shanks is a swordsman. So Shanks lost to someone who painted their sword? Huh? Shanks is a swordsman, and Mihawk is the world's strongest swordsman. Wait, so Shanks lost to a sword painter?
What the hell?
Huh? Insane. Fraudro got bodied by Vista, 2 sword. Okay, this guy, Freedom, I will pay you. I will pay you to never go on the internet ever again. What's your price? You let me know your price. I will Bro, I'll write a check right now. How much do I pay for you to never, ever step foot on the internet ever again, bro? You name me your price, we got a deal. $1 million? All right, well, I will take out 400 loans if I have to, so that you never step foot on the internet ever again. They had multiple battles. Neither was above the other. Who? Mihawk and Vista? If it's painted matte black, Zoro will fold. Yo, Noel, God bless, bro. I didn't notice. We got Noel in the chat, man. Big Noel. I don't know how his name slips by. But no, Zoro isn't folding to anything. Why are you wait. You're clowning Mihawk and Zoro at the same time? Dude, that's L behavior. I'm not even gonna lie. Wanks and Leehawk. See, this is the type of stuff that makes me want to drink bleach. When I, use bleach as a cleaning agent, you twist the cap, you take the cap off, and the fumes come out. You get a little whiff of that bleach. You start thinking about how if you were to drink bleach, hypothetically, it would destroy your organs immediately. You would go into like multi-organ failure. And you just consider what that would be like. Your insides burning, all of that. See, it doesn't sound all that bad when you read comments like this. Wanks and Leehawk. These type of comments, it makes bleach seem appetizing. Like, can I have a Big Mac combo, please? Would that be small or large? Large, please. What would you like to drink with that? Can you give me a large cup of Clorox, please? Please, large cup of Clorox, because I just read someone say Wanks and Leehawk. Zoro stalled base Lucci for at least 6 months. Huh? Mihawk is minion of Buggy without doing anything. No way to say. Okay, now this is literally a troll comment. Now you're just trolling. Now I know that you're not actually serious. Bro said Mihawk is a minion of Buggy. Dude. Okay, now I know that you were joking the whole time. You were trolling the whole time. Because there's no way, Life Bear, there's no way that you with an adult, there's no way that you with a big grown-up adult brain actually believe that Mihawk is a minion of Buggy. Surely you don't believe that. We got one Wokey with the 5. God bless you, brother. Thank you, man. Let it be known for once I wasn't the one to bring up Shanks. Listen, I'm not even trying to clown Shanks. I'm just showing you a basic syllogism. Shanks is a swordsman. Mihawk is the world's strongest swordsman. I mean, it's basic, dude. I don't even hate Shanks. I will defend Shanks. Hey, matter of fact, I have defended Shanks. I've defended Shanks in certain scenarios. God bless you, Smokey. Thank you, man. Bro got the infinite money glitch from the Celestial Dragons. Buggy is the boss of Cross Guild. Only one that actually wants the One Piece. Mihawk only follows orders as he should. Yo, chat, are you guys seeing this, bro? Are you guys seeing this right now? Are you guys reading this right now? Are you guys reading this bullcrap?
What the hell?
I don't know if you guys are actually reading this right now. Does this guy actually believe this? This has to be a joke. It has to be, because there's no way this guy seriously thinks like this. Buggy is the boss of Cross Guild, only one that wants the One Piece. Mihawk only follows orders as he should. Life Bear, you are the epitome of a clown. They should have hired you to play it. You should have been the one to be casted as it. You would need no makeup every day you show up to set. Young Smokey with the $9.99, the tenor. God bless you, brother. Thank you. No, I got the infinite money glitch from your mama. Yo. Where's Vincent? Vincent. Yo. Vincent, would you ever let someone talk to you like this? Because I know I wouldn't let them talk to me like this. Yeah, that's insane. Yo, freedom. Evil, would never, ever, ever let someone pull this on me. But that's just me, though. That's just me, though. Okay? Freedom, you are your own person. You know, maybe me and you, we have different standards. You and I got different outlooks on life. We got different levels of respect and confidence. But me, Life Bear, never would I allow a comment like this, dude. That boy Abigna, God bless, man. We got young Abigna. Nomad, God bless, brother. Well, I don't drag someone's family, so I can't say anything about his mom. Oh, yo, Smokey, he got you there, bro. Yo, Smokey, he got you there, boy. It's a joke. You've been rage baiting all stream. Yo, he has been rage baiting all stream, but no, it wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke. You meant it. Smokey, you meant it from the bottom of your heart. Don't even lie. Mihawk is same rank as Alvida. All right, I'm about to get disrespectful. Chad, I'm about to get disrespectful. Is this guy a drone? Is this guy a mouth breather? Bot? Short bus? What are you talking about? Mihawk is the same rank as Alvida. Do you not realize Cross Guild is a total sham? It's a total troll. Do you actually, in your right mind, like, what do you mean by like Mihawk is below Buggy and Mihawk is equal to Alvida? Are you trying to insinuate that Mihawk is weaker than Buggy or something? Like, what are you insinuating here? Because I feel like you got to be trolling. You got to be some type of delusion. Were you MK Ultra'd as a baby? You might have been MK Ultra'd as a baby. I'm not even kidding. Watch Usopp do nothing on Elbaf. I told people 10 years ago he won't get a big moment. Yo, I'm not going to lie. That would be one of those, like, I guess, bad things that would actually be quite funny. Does that make sense? It almost seems like sadistic. You know, like when you find joy or you find laughter, you find comedy in something bad. You know, you find positivity in suffering. If Usopp doesn't get a big moment in Elbaf, it will be one of those things. Because guess what? Demaze. I heard the same thing, and even at a point, I was saying the same thing. You just wait. Just wait for Elbaf. Elbaf is Usopp's arc. Elbaf is Usopp's arc. Elbaf is Usopp's arc. We're at chapter 1172. What has Usopp done? We are at chapter 1172. What has Usopp done? Isn't this supposed to be his arc? Hey, Smokey, you know better than anyone. How long have we been pointing this out, Smokey? We knew from the jump since day one when Elbaf Arc began. This is supposed to be Usopp's arc. Kind of like how we all imagined that Wano was going to be the Zoro's arc and it wasn't. Okay, well, let's see if Elbaf is Usopp's arc. 2 years ago, the community said Usopp beats Loki. Yeah, now no one in their right mind would believe that now. Who would actually say that as of today? Everyone that says or said Usopp beats Loki 2 years ago, they are not saying that today. And if they say that today, then I want to know what drugs they're on. Young Smokey with a 5. God bless you, brother. Look at the broom meme I posted in New Spoilers. Sums up how I feel about Elsop. Yo, I love this meme where it's like the hand on the shoulder. What's the original version of it? I've seen so many like rehashes of this. Yo, the fact that even this chapter, Brook is getting some attention while Usopp is not. Like, look, where is it? The other Straw Hats, Jinbei, Nami, Robin, and Usopp, are still bound by Gunko's arrows. Jinbei says that Brook looks like he realized something and took off on his own. Brook is not shown. Okay, so, guys, I think the theories will be true. And when I say the theories, I'm specifically referring to Brook playing a pivotal role against Gunko. Are you guys on the same train of thought? I think Brook knows something about Gunko. He knows something about the past. Maybe even he knows something about the Holy Knights. So Brook is actually going to come into play here. That's my take. I think the reason why we had like that one panel flashback or whatever many chapters ago between Brook and Gunko is because it's going to come full circle having Brook say something, do something for Luffy against Gunko. Does that make sense? Brook MVP on Whole Cake Island and Elbaf over Elsop. Bro, tell me how Mihawk is going to cut Buggy. Will he fist fight Buggy? Yo, listen, if Mihawk is holding the blade and he uses the end to just bop, he would put a hole in Buggy. The only reason Mihawk is the strongest swordsman is because Zoro can't beat Shanks. Wait, what? The only reason Mihawk is the strongest swordsman is because Zoro can't beat Shanks. Wait, so if Zoro could beat Shanks, then that means that Mihawk would not be the world. Wait, I'm so confused with this comment, bro. It might be because I'm a little sleepy. Or maybe, Abigna, you're just that, I can't say the word, but you know the word I'm thinking of. The only reason Mihawk is the strongest swordsman is because Zoro can't beat Shanks. I don't even understand the logic there, dude. It's like, it's giving me an aneurysm trying to process that. You ready for his Genjutsu? Bro, I feel like I'm under Genjutsu trying to understand what the hell this... What is this argument? The only reason Mihawk is the strongest swordsman is because Zoro can't beat Shanks. Wait, so if Zoro was stronger than Shanks, then Mihawk would not be the world's strongest swordsman. But why would that be true? How that's a non sequitur, dude. Bro, I lost more brain cells to watching you try to understand it. No, I think, yo, my take on this. Yo, Smokey, Vincent, can either of you understand what the hell this logic is? Smokey, L, Vincent, I'm requesting you three, my three smartest men in Dawn of Ascension. Help me process what the hell this even means. The only reason Mihawk is the strongest swordsman is because Zoro can't beat Shanks. But if Zoro did beat Shanks, then that makes Mihawk not the world's strongest swordsman. But why would that be true? Dude, this guy's like baiting. This has to be bait. How does that? That's a non sequitur. That doesn't even follow. I don't understand what the logic is there. And the fact that Abigna is being mighty quiet, I think that's a telltale sign that he's baiting me. He's confusion baiting me. He's confusion baiting me and rage baiting me. Everyone in the chat is now dumber after reading that. Bro ate the rage bait fruit. Yo, God bless Sean Terry. God bless Saint Pro. Is that Clippy? Bro's profile picture is Clippy. So to be fair, I'm not sure I'm the right guy. Abigna died of laughter and is rolling in his grave. Yeah, he's probably laughing very hard because his plan worked. That's the power of South hockey. I can't. Then again, I've always been clear on my agenda and the hill I'll die on. Are you dying on the Shanks over Mihawk hill? That's not a hill worth dying on. Dying on Shanks over Mihawk is a worthless hill, dude. Hey, you can be pro Shanks while saying Mihawk over Shanks. I'm just saying, bro. I'm pro Shanks, but I got Mihawk over Shanks. Lucas, God bless you, brother. How you been, man? Isn't the Cliffy or the Clippy, I say Cliffy, isn't the Clippy profile picture part of some online movement to protest against AI or something? I have no idea. Ask Saint Pro. Clippy. But why would they use Clippy to argue against AI? Even Akainu got more movements than bro, just glued to his ass. Who are you talking to? Me? Are you talking about me? Or are you talking about Dragon? I just can't picture Shanks dueling Vista being stalled and impressed. Guts. That's not very funny. You got to understand that was a total plot thing. That was literally for the plot to make it seem like the Whitebeard crew mattered. Because at that point, it's like, it was, or at that point in time, it was basically only Whitebeard because Marco was flying in the sky and bro got punched down, so he wasn't that big of a threat, right? Then it's like Whitebeard, it's like, okay, well, anyone else besides the captain? They had to throw somebody in the Whitebeard crew to look somewhat formidable. So they throw in Vista, and it was one of those things where it's like Mihawk can't one-tap him, right? Mihawk will beat Vista 10 times out of 10, but it's not like a one-tap thing, you know? Especially in the middle of a war zone where everyone's attacking each other. That's basically it, because it's better than AI and less privacy intrusive, and it doesn't affect the GPU and RAM prices. Yeah, bro. Like now 2 sticks of RAM cost $900 because of all of the kitty AI slop. Like, chat, have you guys been seeing those videos where they get like, it's like AI, right? They get a cat to dress up in, like, it's still a cat, right? It's a cat, but it's in human clothes, and they make like a whole storyline. Like I saw a recent one, a cat, again, it was just a cat, not a human. A cat was in human clothes shoplifting, and the cat was arrested for that, and the cat gets out of jail, and it turns out that the cat was shoplifting because she was poor, and the cat was trying to feed their child. So then, like, the shop owner figured that out with the cops or something, and then I think like the cop was a dog. The shop owner was also a cat. So then they got food and gave it to the poor lady and her child. It's just, they're making like entire like TikTok, YouTube short, Instagram reel storylines of the most slop AI imaginable. And now RAM sticks are $900. You guys gotta be knowing what I'm talking about. Bro, what is your algorithm giving you? My algorithm is giving me total brain rot. I like how this chat's pretending like you guys don't. You guys are pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about. If you want to rate Swordsman, ask yourself, can he cut Buggy? Ford's dying kitten. Saw that? Thank you. Thank you. Someone knows what I'm talking about. Basically, man, there's a lot of AI slop nowadays, and that's the reason why the RAM prices are high. But hey, you know what? If people are making money, then, I mean, can you blame them? Dude, if you could pump out like hundreds of AI videos that the brain dead boomers and the brain dead kids are going to want to watch and love, and you're actually making money from that, yo, all power to you, chat. Does that make you a bad person for you to be pumping the internet with just endless AI slop? Because again, brainless kids and brainless boomers, I don't want to offend anyone. If you guys have like a grandfather or a mom or something that's a boomer watching this slop, I'm not trying to offend them. But listen, the older generation, the younger generation, they'll watch it. They'll watch it. They'll leave likes. They'll leave comments. You could make money doing that. I'm gonna be taking RAM out those clankers in the Skynet war. Dude, that's insane. This is one of the most unhinged comments I've read today. And I've read a number of comments. Bro, stop this brain rot. Even that Skibbity guy left the stream. No, apparently there's not enough brain rot if you're still here, Freedom. One day, the sentient quantum computer AI overlord will be offended by people using the word clanker. Okay, if clanker is a bad word, is clanka okay? Or do you have to be like at least part AI to use the word clanka? That thief cat one was fire. What is your algorithm giving you? The Fed felt guilty for the lady. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. I told you my agenda hill I'm dying on. Shanks over Mihawk. Y'all make sure you smoke wood at my funeral. Because Zoro always saves Mihawk. Yo, Smokey, why do you have to have Shanks over Mihawk, though? Can't you say like Mihawk over Shanks, but Shanks is based and he's a Chad and he's relevant and Oda loves him and he has aura and he stops Marineford War. He influenced the main character. He's balancing the world. Like, why can't you say all those things while also saying Mihawk over Shanks? I want to know, Smokey. So should we say clankas? The clankers have saved my comment now. Dude, this comment section is just unhinged now. Mihawk is henchman of a clown. Okay, you're still going on. You're the clown. Let me be your henchman. I will be Mihawk and you will be the clown. I already look like Mihawk. You already look like a clown. Are you talking about you and I? You wish I could, but that wouldn't be standing on business. Yo, Abigna, you are walking on thin ice, buddy. You're on thin ice, buddy. You're on thin ice, buddy. Skibbity. Yo, where did Skibbity go? Yo, Skibbity, are you in the chat? Let's postpone this fight, Wista. All right, bot. From now on, your name's Bot. I'm not even going to call you by your actual name anymore. From now on, you're just Bot. Joe, I am building Cross Guild for real. Get ready to paint your sword black. All right, chat, listen. I'm too sleepy. You guys hear the yawning, bro. I could barely even speak a sentence without wanting to yawn. Any last words, guys? Any last words? Besides brain rot from Life Bear, brain rot from Freedom, rage bait from Abigna, anything useful to society before we go? Bro said bot or bop. I said bot. He's a bot. Why did you laugh though? You racist piece of work. Hey man. A chuckle is a chuckle. God bless your stream. Hey, God bless you, young king. No break next week. Hey, Smokey, should I get you and Vincent on next stream for open mic? I don't know where Vincent's at right now. Should we run an open mic next stream? Open mic long summary spoilers. Should we do it? You got to let me know, Smokey. You got to let me know. You too, Vincent. We got to get new people in the open mic. I think the chat is too scared. A lot of people in the chat, they just want to sit in the text chat. They're too scared. They got, you know why? Because we got people like Abigna who just thrive off of estrogen. When you thrive off of estrogen and soy, like when you're basically Abigna, right? And you're a soy boy, you don't like to use your voice because your voice is squeaky. You talk like a girl. You're basically on Abigna mode because you don't have testosterone. So, chat, I want you guys to take some notes. I want you guys to learn a lesson from this. Don't be like Abigna and live off of estrogen and soy, okay? Do some push-ups or something. Bro is sexist as fuck. Or bro is sexist ASF. My bad. I said a no word. Bro is sexist as fuck. Actually, no, I'm pretty ugly. What? I said ASF. Okay, anyways. Chat, we're going to wrap this up here. We need L. I don't care, bro. Tell your boss you are in a business call, okay? You could join the open mic L and tell him you had to take a business call, all right? Clip that? No. No clipping. I should be the last person joining. I knew I had all the roasts coming, but I ain't know. Bro, L, come on, man. Abigna once asked me to buy him a Ferrari. Dude, Abigna needs to buy himself a toothbrush. How about that? Dream with the J's. All right, now we're ending the stream. God bless everyone here. Have a beautiful morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are. I will catch you guys on the next stream. Long summary spoilers. I'm thinking next stream we open up the open mic. We have an open mic for the long summary spoilers. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Hopefully the long summary is better than the short summary. There wasn't that much to talk about. Not much to discuss this stream. So hopefully the long summary adds some more interesting things. Hopefully it turns a new leaf. Hopefully the chapter is good. But chat, I hope everyone here has a beautiful morning, day, or night, wherever you guys are. Get some water, get some sunlight, get some exercise. Do something positive. Do something productive. I believe in you guys. Never give up on your goals. Have a beautiful day, chat. Catch you guys soon. We are